Right, well, welcome everybody. You'll probably notice that Wesley hasn't joined us. That's because he's skiving yet again. This boy has no commitment, I tell you what. Youth of today. No, he was hoping to be back. He had to be another meeting again for work, which originally was an hour away. It took him an hour to get there, and then he rang me at like 5:10, and he was like, "So I've just got back in the car to return, and it says it's going to be a 2-hour journey back. So clearly there's some traffic going on the way back, and it's highly unlikely he'll be here, but we will see. However, I'm here, sorry, and we're going to work on the following. So in relation, we have a tournament at the end of November, the Hanshi Cup. So we're going to work on a couple of elements that relate to that tournament, i.e. clicker, and maybe a couple of little snippets of a couple of Katas to keep the basic element in there as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on today. For those of you that are coming, I very much hope to see you there. And there will be a limited edition t-shirt for sale at the tournament. So we're quite excited about that as well. So if you're not there, you might miss out on the t-shirt. I'm just saying, we're back at Crystal Palace, limited edition t-shirt, Hanshi Cup. It's going to be a pretty good day. Obviously, we've got to thank Kyokushin World Shop because they're our sponsors and they do some fantastic things for us. Check them out. They're not on Facebook anymore. They've been blocked yet again. And just one more thing that me and Wesley have to announce is we have been invited to do a session on Sunday this week for IFK Belgium. It's at 12 o'clock UK time, 1 o'clock on the continent. And it's basically a session to promote their tournament that they have next year on the 30th of April. It's the IFK Belgium Open, effectively. And they've asked KRT to get involved as kind of an influencer, I guess, to help spread the word, promote it, etc. So, yeah, I mean, it'd be great if you guys could be there to help us out with a great bunch of people that you are to promote this beautiful sport that we do and also the tournament that is going on next year. So we'll send out the link as usual to you all, but it will be in gi because it is a promotion for the tournament where we don't really want to be running around in shorts and t-shirt, although we all look great in shorts and t-shirt, not on this occasion, okay? So any questions, let us know. Other than that, let's get started. Cool. Right, push. Okay, just jump loose. Let's remember, with clicker stuff, we want to stay nice and loose, stay sharp, forget about power. Very easy when we do static basics or general basics or even lockdown stuff. We tend to be in a very rigid format. So we're going to try and relax, change the pace up, and throw some nice little combinations as well, hopefully. Just left leg forward, still really relaxed with the arms and the legs. Nothing too serious at the moment. Right leg forward, change. Really relax, left leg forward, nice and light on the feet, trying to just warm them ankles, Achilles up, knees, change legs, right leg forward, just flick the arms around, change legs, left leg forward, right leg forward, left leg forward. Just flick the arms out in front, just nice and relaxed. Don't even bother closing the hand at the moment. Just trying to warm up them elbows a little bit. Change. Right leg forward. Just roll and flick that. Don't worry about it being a strict punch. We're just trying to warm them elbows up. Change. 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 Last one, change. And And back to the center. And just really relax. Arms and legs. Okay, we're just gonna hop and just bring in the leg up to the back. Start to warm them hamstrings up each time. Just flicking it up to the buttock. I was down at Sensei Anil's dojo on Monday to train, and he asked me to do the kicks as part of the warm-up. And unfortunately, 2 people weren't quite warm as they thought they were, and ended up pulling their hamstring and their knee, trying to kick really quickly in clicker stances. So make sure none of you do that today. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, flick, 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 flick. Just relax. Here we are, circle the hips, ich, ni, san, chi, gu, ruk, and ante, ich, ni, san, chi, gu, ruk. Just twist 1, 2, 3, 4. Ich, ni, san, chi. 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 Stretch over to the right. And to the left. Back. And last one, forward. Try and keep those legs nice and straight so we're stretching those hamstrings and the lower back. Okay. And up you come. Yes, you turn yourself up. Right, so we're going to start off with Yantsu, the very, very start of Yantsu. Okay, so we're going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull back and out to here. It's a nice static kata. It's most of us are fairly high grades here as well. So if we are competing in the Hanshi Cup, is one of the katas that we can do in the compulsories and the free katas as well if we don't get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by numbers. It's going to be ich, ni, san, chi, gu, ruk, shish, hatch. We're going to do that a few times. What I'd like you to really do is not just think about the arm techniques, but think about actually the legs gripping the floor. In, pull. So we're starting to grip here from the legs and warming up these hamstrings, even though we're in a static position, okay? Everybody understand? So it'll be 8, narrow, relax a little bit, and we're probably going to do maybe about 10 of these, roughly. I'm not going to promise that I can keep count to a 10, but we're going to do a fair few so we get nice and warm, engage the core, grip with the feet, and obviously every single time we're looking at quality techniques. Okay? Right, so Furudachi, Yansu, yay! And by numbers. Ouch! Ni! San! Chi! Go! Right! Ish! 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember here, get these out nice and wide. Don't go too close. There's not a muscle flex. Out. Make sure the hands are nice and flat. And now relax. Okay. So that's one down. About 9 to go. Okay. Probably going to do about 6 of them by numbers. and then 4 of them Mogore. Nice and relaxed in between each one, so we release the tension off, getting ready for the pickup. Furudachi. Yansu. Yoi! Ouch! Yi! San! Shi! Go! Right! Ash! 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now ready. Relax. Good, 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 good. Nicely done. Good action. Yoi! Ash! Yi! San! Shi! Go! Right! Ash! Up! Nari! Relax. That's 3. Keeping count so far. Woo! Furudachi. Yoi! Ouch! Yi! San! Shi! Go! Rock! Ouch! Ouch! Nari! Good. 4. I'm going to try and speed up the counts a little bit now so we can get closer to the timing by the time we do more gores. Okay? Good work so far from what I can see. Keep it up. Yoi! Ash! Yi! San! Shi! Go! Rock! Ash! Ash! Nari! Good, good. Getting close to the pace. Maybe not quite. Might be some people's pace, but not normally mine. Normally faster than most, though, to be fair. That's what happens when you've got short limbs. Okay, Furudachi. Last one by numbers. Yoi! Ash! Yi! San! Shi! Go! Rock! Ash! Ash! And Nare. Okay. More gore. We can keep it at that pace at the moment. And then what we're doing, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of 9 and 10, we want it to be absolutely flat out, like we would do in the kata. Not super, super speedy, so I don't want none of this stuff. Okay. But when we get to 9 and 10, the absolute speed that you would do your kata to. And again, mine might be a little bit quicker than most. Little arms, you know, and all that jazz. But what we're trying to do, first 2 might be a little bit more robotic. Second 2, we're looking to flow a little bit more. So bang on the double Johans, for example. Okay. Furudachi. Yansu. Yoi! More gore. Up to the flare out. Hey! And Nare. Don't forget, just because we're going more gore, make sure we're nice and out, parallel to the ground with our little birdie flights. Don't actually know if that technique has a name. I don't know if it does. Okay, right, ready? Same thing again. Furudachi. Yansu. Yoi! Hey! Nari. Okay, 2 left. At the kata speed that you would normally do it. Clean, precise, accurate techniques. with a good tempo. The key with kata is always a change of pace. Bang, 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 bang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not boom, 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 boom. Excite people. Turn them on a little bit with your techniques. Make it exciting. Okay? All right, let's go. 2 left. Yansu. Yay! Hey! Nari! And 1 more left. Okay. Uradachi. Yansu. Yay! Hey! And Nari. Just shake loose. Okay, we've done almost nothing on the legs. We could have gone out and started doing the maigeris, but we're not going to. We're going to use more shigeris to do a warm-up with. And we're going to use a clicker format. So a little bit of basics, a little bit of clicker, a little bit of basics, a little bit of clicker. And it's probably going to run like that for the entire session. Okay, so what I wanted to do, it doesn't matter which leg we've got out in front. What we're looking to do is a little skip up, get a moshi. Little skip up, 1, 2. Little skip up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to go over to the other leg. Remember, we are not warm yet. So I don't expect you to, man, don't expect you to be doing that, but just make sure that we are doing nice, long techniques, not just here. Get them all the way out and back. So we're using the full range of that motion on the hamstring each time. Let's go with good old lefty first, because we're probably all right-legged. So let's warm up the left leg first. So we're going to be flicking up, out, back. Up, 1, 2, back. I'll take the count. Ichi, Hanshi, you know the drill. 10, just warming up. You don't have to be blitzing through it. If you feel yourself warming up, you can obviously go faster, but it'll always be to the count anyway. Okay? I'll try and keep an eye on you when you're done, because I have the tendency to go off piste. Okay, Kamadachi. Yay! Hey, cheer! Okay, nice and relaxed with all the hands and everything. Don't be like here, like in knockdown. Just relax. Flick those legs out. Ready? H. E. 3. 4. Go. Sorry, I'm probably going a bit fast. Right. Ush. Ush. Hey. And the last one, 2. Shia. And until change legs. Exactly the same off of bestie. Okay, ready? Nice and relaxed with the arms and the body still. H. D. 3. 4. Up. Right. Ish. Ish. Hey. Last one, 2. Shia. Yeah. And relax. Just rotate the hips. Ich, ni, san. Shi, ante, away. Ich, ni, san, shi. Okay, so we're just going to be there just lightly. Just some really loose switch KR gaze. Use it just to warm up the hamstrings. We're just doing 20, okay? Start with the right leg first. Ich, forward, back, switch. Knee, back, switch. San, shi, go, rek, ish, ish. Really relax. Ish, chill, ich, knee, un, she, go, rek, ish, ish, get, chill, and just shake. Loose. Get yourself a quick drink. We'll move on to the next basic bit. Hoping everybody is okay. Hamstrings and that lot warming up as well. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the first couple of sections of Saya, which is going to be the out, the roll, the in, the out, the roll, the in. So we're going to do one on each leg. We're not going to do the three because it makes it unequal. I always like equal works, okay? Bearing in mind, we are moving forward in, roll, back. When we do the other movement, step back, in, out, just to keep the space. I can probably do it, but I'm talking about most of you. So rather than going here and then here, what maybe you might want to do is go 1, 2, in, back, out, in, back, if you're restricted to space. Okay? Good, good. Right. As per usual, we will do the first few by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, probably around about 10 times through. Then we're going to do 6 by numbers, 4 around about the pace that we would do it in the actual kata itself. Okay, so let's get started. Udachi, Saya, yoi! Ouch! Out, 2, 3, 4. Knee, roll, sun, back. Ish, out, 2, 3, 4. Knee, out, sun, back. And nare, return back to the normal position. Remember, for those that don't know, hand is open. We look, close, roll. Then we're looking for here, cover, roll through. About where your belly button is, the knot of the belt, much of a muchness, okay? Open, closed, roll. For those that maybe don't know, but I'm sure you all do because you are all very capable high grades. Furudachi, Saha, Yai! Ish! Ni, San! Ish! Ni, San! And nare, back we go. Nicely done. Use that stance, open up them hips, stretch the hip flexors and the little peniscuses or whatever they is, the little strand at the top of the legs. It's quite important when kicking. Saha, yai! Aish! Ni, san! Aish! Ni, san! Nari! Go. 3. Saha. Yoi. Aish. 2. 3. Aish. 2. 3. Larry. Good, good. We're all getting ready for that Hanshi Cup. Okay, 2 more by numbers. Saha, yoi! Aish! Ni, san! Aish! Ni, san! Nari! Good. 1 more, we're not too far off the pace now in terms of the kata. Ready for Mogores. 1 more by numbers. Saha, yoi! Aish! Ni, san! Aish! Ni, san! And Nauri. Mogore this time. 3, 3 straight into the other side. If you can go and do the full length, excellent. Otherwise, just bring yourself back and adjust yourself where needed for each of the miniature combinations. Okay, right, so Saha, yoi! Mogore. Hey! Harry! Good. Again. 3 more left. Side. Yoi! Harry! Larry! 2 more. 1 and 2. Twice through. Okay. Uridachi. Saihai. Yoi! Hey! Larry! And the very last one on this particular kata. Okay. Saha, yoi! Hey! And Nari. Just shake that rigidness out of your body from the kata, and we're going to be going into some clicker. Right, so we're going to start off, and I prefer old school clicker rules myself. I find it much more fluid, much more relaxed, much more flamboyant, which obviously for people like me and Wes, it's a little bit better. Whereas the new rules, they're a little bit more rigid, and as soon as you bring direct face punches into it, changes the dynamics. All of the things in the old clicker rules you can do in the new clicker rules is just a couple of add-ons, but I like the relaxed feeling of the old rules. So predominantly most of the techniques I'll do will be surrounded into the old rules. Okay, so we're going to be there. We're going to come through 1, 2, and then we're going to do an inside low kick because we're going to do low kicks in the new rules. So Yurakun, Gyakuski Chudan, inside low kick. And I know I'm showing here, but you don't have to do this because it's not Renraku. So you be there 1, 2, 3. We just have to make sure that the arm comes back that does the technique. Doesn't have to be like this when you're doing the clicker rules. Okay? So we're going to be there. 1, 2, 3, and then hold. 1, 2, 3, and then back in position each and every time. Should be getting a little bit warm now, so try and get a little bit of zinc in those kicks as well. Arms, you should be pretty warm already because we've done quite a lot of really tension movements and some explosive movements as well. Again, be careful with your body if it's not completely warm. I completely understand that. I'd rather you go a bit slower than miss a couple of weeks with a torn hamstring. Okay, so let's go. Left leg forward, Kamadachi. Hey! Hey! Shia! Again, really nice and relaxed. Try not to be really rigid. Speed comes from being relaxed. Speed comes from a real relaxed muscle. You remember we did a session with Shian Steve now, and when he was stretching at the end, he was always telling you to try to make the muscle relaxed. The more that it's really tense, the less you can stretch. The more it's really tense, the less high your leg will go. The more you're really tense, the less the leg will be quick and relaxed and speedy. Okay? So, Yurakan, Gyaku, inside Mawashi, Jordan, Chudan, and Gidan. Changing the heights all the time, which is nice and in click up. Ready? Let's go. 10 on one, 10 on the other. 8! 8! 10! and Anthony, change of the legs. You reckon Hyakuski inside Mawashi. Open, square, use that rotation to bring back nice and kick, nice and easy. Okay? More square and rigid you are, again, it's more difficult to pick the speed element. Nice and relaxed, balls of your feet. Ready? Good. Last one. Nari. Get yourself a drink. And we're back. The next set of basics. Everybody okay? I realised that Florian, Maria, don't do clicker over in your land. You've probably done a bit of training on it. Okay, so let's really up this a notch and let's start with Garyu. Okay, yay, Garyu, they all say. It's a really short kata. Nobody ever does it. Why? Because it's really difficult. Okay, so we're going to be going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 each time. Okay, now I can't go back this way because it's not actually in the kata. So we will just stick to them 5s each time, okay? Again, move back a little bit so you can maybe see the Moshis. 1, Moshigiri Chusoku, back. Moroto Kake, Moshigiri Chusoku. As it's coming back, we then flare out Exactly the same position that's in Yansu. Yeah, 1, out, nice and wide. Not none of these pigeon wings. We want to be a nice big eagle. Okay. Morote kake. Moshi Jordan Shusoku. Morote kake. Moshigiri Jordan Shusoku. Back, flare out. Zen Kutsadachi. Okay. Probably won't be able to see my kicks because I need to come forward a little bit, but it's not about seeing me, it's about seeing you guys. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By numbers, 6 times, exactly the same. Then 4 times Mogore. Who here isn't a third Dan? Louise, John, yeah, Maria, you are a third Dan. You passed recently, didn't you? Did you pass third Dan or was it knee Dan? And Florian, I think you're a senpai as well, aren't you? Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hi, can you check it out?
Doing Shinkyokushin and 4 and Ibeka.
Yeah. Okay. So most of us know this kata anyway, so no problems there. Okay, let's get on with it. Make sure I've got space to move backwards on. Furudachi, Garyu, yoi! Ouch! Yi! San! Chi! Go! And narrow. Remember, not so narrow. Chest up, shoulders down. Try and get a nice straight line here and push these out so you can get these hands parallel to the ground, not curled up here. Okay, I have quite stiff wrists and hands from punching bags all the time, but you have to make sure that these are flat, not little curled up duck beaks or swan beaks like this. Okay, flat. When you do Haito, it's flat. When you do Shtor, it's flat. Okay, all the time. Same thing. Ready? Do that. Gary, yoi! Ouch! Yi! Tan! Chi! Go! Naui! Good, nicely done. A lot of contenders here for the 27th I'm seeing. Louise, Maria, Florian, maybe you can affiliate to a BKK dojo and fly over. Okay. Gary, yoi! Ouch! Yi! San! Chi! Go! Naui! Nice. To be fair, after these techniques, Garyu starts getting really difficult, so we stopped her at the right time. Okay, Furudachi. Garyu. Yoi! Aish! Yi! San! Chi! Go! Naui! 2 more by numbers, I believe. I haven't counted incorrectly, and I often do. Try and speed the count up now so we're getting a little bit more fluid, a little bit closer to the pace. Okay? Again, unfortunately, it's my pace because I'm teaching. Furudachi. Garyu, yoi! Ouch! Yi! San! Chi! Go! Naui! Maybe a bit quick there, but last one by numbers. Furudachi. Garyu, yoi! Ouch! Yi! San! Chi! Go! Naui! Relax. 4 Mogore. First 2 you can take it a little bit easy, although to be fair, we're pretty much at the pace. Last 2 definitely on the ball, cracking it out like you're doing your kata for your third Dan for the tournament. Technically, they should all be tournament bound, but you know, sometimes they're not. I get it. Okay, Furudachi. Gary, yoi! Hey! Gary! Relax, good, good. Reasonable pace, great techniques, that's what we're looking for. And again, Furudachi. Gary, yoi! Hey! Nari! Good, two more. Two more on the doors. Furudachi. Gary, yoi! Hey! Nari! And last one. Nicely done so far. Furudachi. Gary, yoi! Hey! Nari! And really just shake that stiffness out from the kata. Okay. Again, you're still trying to be dynamic, you're still trying to change the pace in that kata. The difference is you have a firm finish. When you're doing clicker, there's not really that. There is a definite clean technique, but we're trying to distinguish between the two. Okay, so make sure that we are working on it. Nice and quick. Okay, right, on with the next combination. Righty-ho. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Uraken Mawashi with the backhand Gyaku. Okay, so it's a Uraken Mawashi underneath with a Chudan Mawashi, Uraken Gyaku ski when you land. Okay, so we're coming round this side, we lift the person's arm up, we come under the guard, 1, 2, around the other side of the head, and then back to the body. So the important thing is, and it's like this when you fight as well, knockdown, but it's a little less in knockdown. Clicker, you want to keep making that person's arms move around. If the person's like this all the time, not sure where your techniques are going to go, he's either going to be really confused, really tired, and probably, hopefully, caught out quite a lot of times on the techniques, okay? So as long as you can keep that person in his mind thinking, Christ, where is the next technique coming from? I have no idea. You're onto a winner. Much like in knockdown, if you change the height, change the level of techniques, you do the same. The problem is people get stuck into Gyakuski Uraken, Oitsuki Gyakuski, Oitsuki Gyakuski, or Oi low, Oi Shitaski low. And you're not really testing the person in their mental capability, you're just pretty much taking them on their physical, okay? So Uraken Mawashi, Chudan Mawashi under the same side, same arm, Uraken, Gyakuski, return and cover. And because we go on to the other leg at that point, because we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, move back, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other leg. And we'll just go side to side to side. We're doing 16 this time because there's a few more techniques in this one than there was last time. And what I want to do is make sure we keep the intensity on each combination. I'll give you a little rest in between each one, but you've got to drive off nice and quickly. Bang, 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 bang. And wait. Bang, 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 bang. And wait. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah? Try and make those as quick as possible, but with a good technique, because there's no point in doing this kind of stuff. It will not score even if it touches the person. And that's the hard thing about clicker. It's got to be a scoring point, not just one that touches like a knockdown. Okay? Furudachi, Renraku, or Kamadachi, yai! Hey, Sheila. Again, nice and relaxed. Mawashi, in. 4 techniques. Nice rolling combination. Keep the person guessing. Make sure each time the technique is golden. Okay, ready? Let's go. Go. Six more. Go. The last one. Harry, yourself a drink. Back. Should have a look, see where Wesley's at, if anywhere. Nope, he's not going to be here. Okay. Right, so yeah, why not? We're going to go back to the very first kata because I think it's really important to really step back to original basics. Okay, loads of us do the Maigen and Bri wrong, and loads of us punch at the wrong height or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to revisit the first kata. I only want to do 5 of these though. I don't want to do loads. And then we're going to revisit another kata as well, which actually will be the Ura version. Okay, so we're going to do Taikyu Sona Ich 5 times, all by numbers. Taikyu Sona Ich in Ura 5 times, all by numbers. And what we're looking for is, apart from the spin, is no difference in the katas. The block should be the same. We spin round, the punch should end up in the same place. We should have the same length on the stance, same bend on the legs. There should be no different. If I took a picture, click, 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 and click, 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 spin, click. All of them techniques, stances should be exactly the same at the point of the photo frame. And very often, it's not. It's the first grading and first dan is a long way in between. And you'd like to think that they were really good on both of them, but often we fall short on the spinning. Okay, so we're going here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nari. I'm going to be doing it sideways on just so I can fit them in. If you can't, obviously, just be changing like this. Okay, and do the best you can on the spins. I realise John's in a really tiny room now. He's been relegated to his son's old bedroom. So, but hey, that's not my fault. You should have told him no. Okay, ready? Let's go. Fudachi. Taikyoku Sonich. Yoi! Ouch! Knee! San! Chi! Marry! Remember these oitskis, these Maigen and Bris. I'm going to play really good points for you in the clicker. Most of the punches are going to come around here or up here. So you could use these quite a lot of times. Udachi. Taikyoku Sonichi. Yoi! H! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Good. Taikyoku Sonichi. Yoi! H! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Taikyoku Sonichi. Yoi! Ash! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Is that 4 or 5? I think that's 4, isn't it? One more. One more, DJ. One more. Taikyoku Sonichi. Yoi! H! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Relax. Okay, so in Ura. In Ura. Okay. May use a little bit more space. Be a little bit aware of your surroundings for those that are in narrow rooms. Your fault if you break anything, it's not my fault, okay? Okay. Let's go. Taikyoku Sonichi. Ura. Yoi! H! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Nicely done. One more to go. Taikyoku Sonichi. Ura. Yoi! H! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Let me just move this out of the way before I fall over the Kudachi. Taikyoku Sonichi. Ura. Yoi! Ash! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Maybe a little bit behind me, that's okay. Don't worry, I'm always giving a pause at the end to catch up. 2 more left, I believe. Fudachi. Taikyoku Sonichi. Ura. Yoi! Aish! Ni! San! Shi! Nari! Relax, last one. Last one. Taikyoku Sonichi. Ura. Yoi! Aish! Ni! San! Shi! Okay, on to the fighting arena. So, we're going to be there. Tetsui, Gyaku ski. We're going to spin around Maigari. Okay. Tetsui, Gyaku ski, front leg, spins around Maigari. Okay. Remember, we're not in a Zenku Sadachi. 1, 2, 3, 4, in. Okay. And it may be a really unrealistic combination, but you could do it. You could in, score the point, get away, bang, stop the person coming along. I'm not going to lie, you'd have to be really quick. Maybe like Sheehan Jeff back in his old cricket days, he used to do a bit of flamboyant stuff like this. Maybe we'll see him on the 27th doing it again. But who knows? But we're going to work on it anyway. Tetsui, Gyaku, spin around, Maigari, and then we're on the other side. 1, 2, spin around, Maigari, other side. Because of the spin, we're looking for 10. Just 10, okay? Tetsui, Gyaku ski. As this comes back, spin the same way that this hand is going. Yeah? Spin around, and then it will be what was your back leg, will be the front leg. So left, right, spin, right. Right, left, spin, left. All good? That's it. I see some of you have got it. You do, giving it a little work over now. Yeah, excellent. No problems. All we've got to do is keep the balance. Woo! Okay, ready? Udachi, Kamachi, go! Okay, shoot! Okay, work your space out. Work it out one way or another. If you've not got enough room, then you can obviously spin on the spot rather than go back. We are all grown men and ladies. We can work this out, guys. Okay, ready? Just 10. 8. 9. 10. 6. Was going to do 1, 2 around Kake, but I thought I might be pushing it a little bit there. Damien's like, yeah, I've got it nailed down. Tetsui, Gyaku, around Kake. It's one for the future for you guys. Get yourself a drink. How are we all, okay? You have to control the Kake though, Damon. It's not in your Shiro Mawashi, mate. Okay, we've got a little bit of time, probably for another basics. We'll see how time goes. We're going to do Seipai or Seinshin. Seipai or Seinshin. We'll do Seinshin. Oh no, actually we'll do Seipai because it's a little bit more dynamic. Slowing down for Seinshin. No. Okay, so we will do Seipai. We're going to be moving in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, those are the movements. So for those that don't know the kata or are a little bit rusty, step in, high shoe Jordan, step across, Shudan ski, step through, Hiji Jordan. We'll miss out the Yokogeris, okay? And we'll keep it nice and simple Some of us are really restricted on space, so we're probably going to be really tight on that. Open up, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way back to the beginning. Only doing it on the single side, the side we do the kata in. Okay? All good? We've got 10. 6 by numbers. 4 more gores. Use your space wisely. And please, 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 what I see all the time is a bad position here. Open up, step across, Osayuki, Zenku Sudachi, so we drive the punch in nice and straight. Not here, here, and do this rubbish, okay? We are much better than that, okay? Much better than that. I don't want to see any of it. Right. Take the length that you need because we're going forward a couple of steps. Budodachi. Seipai. Ouch. Out. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees. Step across. San. Drive. Shi. Roll. And nare. All the way back. Uno. Say play. Yoi. Ouch. Ni. San. Shi. Larry. Good, good. Say bye. Yoi. Ouch. Ni. San. Shi. Larry. Go. That's 4, I believe. Dutch. Say bye. Yoi. Ouch. Ni. San. Shi. Harry. And one more by numbers. I'll try and get the count a little bit closer to where it needs to be. Udachi. Say bye. Yoi. Ouch. Ni. San. Shi. Mary. And 4 more gore. Remember, it's quite dynamic kata. It's kind of like open, bang, bang, bang. Try to get finish on every one of those techniques. Don't just be rolling through and kind of a mismatch of techniques. That's kind of average. I'd like to think that we can all get above average here. We all have the grades and the ability to get above average. You just need to be strict with yourself every single time, okay? Right. Fudachi. Say bye. Yoi. Hey. Harry. Good. Can't quite see you all because of the angle I'm going at. I'm going to try and go this way and see if I can see you a little bit better. Say bye. Yoi. Nari. Nari. Don't forget, roll. Like in sire, not just straight up. In, position, out, roll. Okay? Goody good. Two more. Two more. Urachi. Seipai. Yoi. Hey! Big confusion there, John. Nari! Open Osayuki. Chudanski underneath. Roll through. Other arm. The hand is out. Close. Other hand. So the hand that does the Osayuki does the MP. Yeah. Just make sure you leave the Osayuki on top of the other arm. Don't pull it back. Okay? God, look at that. I can even see you now to do a bit of teaching. The first one, I was like way over here. One more to get it right. Furudachi. Say hey! 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 There we go. Nari! Oh, no, I'm just running out of battery. Sorry. 1 second. Before I run out, it cuts me off. Okay, get yourself a quick drink and then we'll have a little stretch. Okay, we've got about 15 minutes left, which is a good time left. Whilst you guys are getting a drink, hopefully you gained something from the lessons. We did the start of a fair few katas today and a fair few different combinations. I expect you to be practicing that Tetsui Gyaku spin kakes in your own time.
So I've got a question about the beginning of that last one. Where
yep, say bye, yep.
You were moving your legs. What point do your arms move? It's once you actually go into the Kibadachi.
Yeah. So you're here. We're going cover in. And then we start once we've already done that rotation onto the mai. So we're here, out, in, then they start moving. So you can be here by the time you hit the firm Kibadachi. Yes. So here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't start until your Kibadachi is final. Okay, don't start going here. It's not meet at the same time. It's out, land, extend, out. Okay. Whilst we're on the questions and before we do the stretching and everybody forgets, any other questions on today? Excellent. That's handy. Let's get down to some stretching then. Just adjust that a little bit. Okay. Face one way. Okay. Try and get both legs straight, both feet pointing roughly in the same direction. And we're just stretching down to that front leg, loosening off that hamstring from all them clicker kicks we did today and the lower back as well. From there, drop back into the fourth position. And you may need to take yourself a bit wider, depending on how wide your leg was to start with or how flexible you are. and push this left knee out. A little bit on the hamstring here, a little bit on the hip flexor here. And obviously the Achilles on the left leg. Coming up, twist to the other side. You might need to shorten your stance a little bit. Stretch down to the front leg. And take position and down into 4. Push that right knee out if you can. And we're going to do the same thing on both sides again. To the right, pitch. And drop back into the 4th knee. Push the knee out, of course, again. Remember this back foot nice and flat on the ground. Really stretch that Achilles at the same time. Sun. She. Come up. Just don't lean down. Try and get your back nice and straight and parallel with the ground, and push your backside back a little bit. You can hold on to the legs or whatever. It's okay at the moment. We're going to straighten the arms in a second. Back nice and straight. Try and get it parallel to the ground, or where you think it should be parallel to the ground. And straighten the arms. Arms on the legs again. Just push back and try and arch your back through a little bit this time. So try and push your chest up and the center of your back through a little bit. Arch the spine. And the last bit on this, we're going to straighten the arms again. Try and keep that little arch in the center. Itch. Okay, put the hands in the center, take them palms facing back, just drop through, so we're stretching the forearms here. And straighten the legs up, come up, just shake the legs loose, loosen off them hamstrings where you've just been pushing them back, they're probably feeling a bit bitey, and rotate the hips, itch, knee, san, shi, go, rup, shish, underway, itch, knee, san, shi, go, rup, sheesh, and shake loose like a goose. So, pretty much there. Good session. I really enjoyed it. The flick back between the kata or basics and the fighting was quite nice today. Two disciplines that we will be having on the 27th at the Hanshi Cup, which effectively is combining the British kata with the British clicker, just rebranded for this year only, because we missed out the tournament at the beginning of the year for obvious reasons, and obviously our beloved founder passed away later on in the year, so it felt appropriate to join them together. Keep working on both them elements, because it's really good that we can be stiff and we can be rigid and controlled in all of our basic techniques, but you have to let go and have that fluidity, that explosiveness, that nice sharp pizzazz to some of your techniques. Otherwise, you know, everybody's got those kind of people in their dojos that are just like naturally strong, and it's like you know, and if you get hit or you spar them and you're like, oh crikey, I just awkward people, but you probably also catch them a lot as well, because they're being undone by their own power, that they're so strong that it just really tightens up their muscles. And some of that comes through fear, because they're thinking, oh, this guy's pretty good, better I switch on my mind and be ready to be hit. And sometimes it's just because they know no different. You know, you see people like this, chest up, shoulders down, you know, drive the technique out rather than push it out. And there's a difference. You know, explosive power and power are two different functions within the body. You could push 300 kilos on the bench, but could you knock a candle out? You know, and that is ultimately the difference. Sometimes in your kata, you want that 300-pound bench press, and sometimes you want to knock out the candle. When you're fighting, most of the time it's probably going to want to be the candle, especially in clicker. Not very often are you going to want the 300-kilo bench press. In knockdown, granted, you might need that. In kata, in basics, in clicker, you're not going to want it all the time. So you need to turn the power on, turn it off, turn the speed on. And then, you know, you get this kind of happy medium where you can flick between the both. Weights are good, nothing wrong with doing weights. You just need to be doing the right kind of weights, right kind of body weight exercises that allows your twitch muscles to just explode and fire on all cylinders when you want it. You know, not just maybe the first five. First five, then we might go hard a little bit and bam, you know, and we can change that pace. Keep it interesting, you know, in your basics, in your kata, and definitely in your clicker. Good job today. Hopefully, couple of the bits we worked on the kata help for you as well, because I do appreciate that in every dojo, and mine is the same, we tend to kind of cater towards the people that need the help. And unfortunately, we take an assumption that black belts don't need the help, which is wrong, because we all get out of practice. We all make silly mistakes because we're busy doing 8th, 5th Q, 4th Q, and never really progressing up to the higher grades. And that's on us as instructors. Hold my hand up, I'm one of them as well. But as long as you're doing basics good, it's transferable to higher grades. It's just a different hand technique most of the time. Hiraken is the same as a Chudan ski. The technique happens exactly the same way. If you can do the technique good back in 10th Q, you can probably just hold your hand like this and do exactly the same technique good. If you can do a Tetsu Oroshi, you can pretty much do a Hiraken Oroshi or a Shito Sakotsu Uchi. They are, most of the techniques, transferable. So don't just think, it's a low grade syllabus. It is, but it's also the same movement you do in a high grade syllabus. So switch on and think about all them techniques. Good work today, guys. Remember, 12 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. European time, where KRT is doing a session with IFK Belgium to promote their tournament. It would be amazing to see you all there. What I'll do is, for the people that aren't here, I'll probably try and send out an email tomorrow. I'm not sure who's creating the link, but I'll send out an email to everybody else as well for those that maybe are not here tonight. Okay. Go bananas. Say what you want to say or say what you don't want to say, but it's been a pleasure.
Yes, that was great. Thank you so much, Sensei.
You're very welcome. Anytime.
Yes, thank you, Sensei. I needed that. That was really useful for the kata. Thanks very much.
No problem. You're very welcome.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Sensei. It was really, it was great doing those both of the things that actually we're all having to work on for the tournament. So it's great.
Yeah. I really enjoy it as well. I said a few times, but I really enjoy doing all elements of karate. And the thing is when you teach quite a lot, you don't maybe get to do the basic elements of it, because it is a bit lonely when you do basics on your own. I try to do a little bit in my dojo, but it's never quite the same if I've not got someone next to me kiai. Yes. It's true. Definitely elements that we should all keep up on, because I think it keeps your body a little bit younger doing basics, because it's a longer mobility of range, opens up areas that maybe doing pad work doesn't. Pad work's going to keep you fit. Pad work's going to keep you absolutely active and sharp, but basics really puts your physique and your muscles and your bones as well into a longer range motion. And that's Janine trains all the time, and that's why she's so good at 75 still, because I
don't know if you'll reach 41 though.
She's not 75, she's 67. But I mean, she's fantastic still, and I know I jive about her age. She's not old, but she's definitely not 20 anymore. When we all were just like, woo, this is such a great time, and same with me, 40 at the weekend, try and stay in shape, try and stay sharp and relevant, because we all have responsibilities to dojos, students, organizations, previous instructors, and it's really important, in my mind at least, and hopefully yours too.
Yes.
Have a good weekend, chaps and chapesses, and I will see you Sunday.
It's Sunday, yes.
You too, see
All right.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Okay. Yes, man. Bye.
Thanks a
Catch you
lot.
later, Daniel.
See you, Jeff. Bye.
Yeah.
See you. Take care, Darren.
Yeah, you too, mate. I will see you on
I'll
Sunday,
be there
mate.
hopefully.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Super duper. Enjoy your days, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, take care, Andrew.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.